Good morning, YouTubers. It's Remembrance Day today, and I'm still working in the bathroom. We've got, I'll show you, I've been doing the refitting the sink, had to be lowered and sawdust everywhere, so I'm still on with that. Got the drains and things to fix underneath as well, they all need replacing. Yeah, it's Remembrance Day today. Now, I was in the army, as you know. I did mention it, although I didn't go off to war anywhere. I'm glad to say. There was only Northern Ireland and the Falklands when I was in, but I was aware of Remembrance Day parades from an early age because my father was an officer in the Royal Air Force, and he used to fly Canberras. He was a navigator. So from an early age, we were brought up like attending Remembrance Day parades. Now, I've never been to war, don't have any medals, so I don't know anyone that was killed in action. But there are people, obviously, who do and have been. And I remember growing up in the 70s, looking at these people with all the medals, and they're all marching along, and I'm looking at them and thinking, are you really old enough? Let's just say they were. But that's the doubts that I had in my mind, you know. And the older you get, the more and more of these people you think, no, you're not old enough to have been in the Second World War. I'm not having this. And then one day, when I was into parachute, and I met this guy, and he'd been in the Scots Guards. I think he'd done a couple of tours in Northern Ireland, that was about it. And he used to go all dressed up to the nines with his Northern Ireland medal. And I used to lay a wreath for the Special Air Service. And I thought, well, he wasn't in the Special Air Service. And it doesn't matter, but he liked people to think he was. You know, and then you look around at people at these parades, and they're all there with the medals on. I mean, most of them are probably genuine people, but then you're thinking, well, who isn't? How many Walter Misses are here? It's very difficult to tell, isn't it? Because some of them are quite convincing and others aren't. And no, it's very important that we should remember the people who've been killed. I mean, they didn't want to be killed. And, you know, if you go to the cenotaph in London, and the King will be there on Sunday, laying his wreath, and look, and it says things like, the glorious dead. And I'm not buying into that logo, the glorious dead. I had to think about that for a long time. I don't think there's anything glorious about being dead. I don't think anybody that went to war wanted to be killed and wanted to be dead. Okay. And then you've got the statue, haven't you, in the Mall, not the Mall, the Whitehall, of General Haig on his horse, right next to the cenotaph, just a little bit further down. And he was the butcher of Flanders who sent all those men to their deaths. And they said, it's not working, sir. It's not working. They're all getting mowed down by machine guns. And he said, well, we're not sending enough. Send more. And he kept sending more and more and more men. And they all got mowed down. They all got killed. And the death toll was absolutely horrendous. I mean, this is why we have remembrance parades in the first place. It was the First World War that started all that. But that doesn't diminish any other conflict that's happened since, because, you know, I do believe that we should remember them, definitely. But if any statue deserved to be torn down and thrown in the fucking Thames, it's Haig, the butcher of Flanders, who's been sat there mocking every single remembrance parade, the cenotaph, since they put him up. Pardon my rant. Thanks very much.